You were the star of Twitter yesterday. You know that, right? Like you became a star on Twitter.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, your thoughts on the Green Bay Packers receivers got a lot of people in Wisconsin very angry, including some of the guys on the Packers. So here's my question: why did you say what you said about the Packers receivers? Like, what were the things that you were noticing, whether it was on film or where you're on the field with those guys, that you don't think that they're very talented?
Well, I played against one of them, which was number 11. I played against him in college, so I'm definitely familiar with him, and I got the winning edge against him. And then the other receivers, I really don't know really too much about, but just looking at watching over film, um, when they were getting pressed man or some coverages were tying up, you watch the Kansas City game, you watch some of the Minnesota game the first time they played, or any of them other teams, and you just see a totally difference when their guys are getting pressed, and there's pressure getting sent, or whatever that may be, whatever coverage concept scheme they might have. You could tell when the coverage was tight that the quarterback was holding the ball a little longer and trying to scramble and made a lot of mistakes. Even the Giants game too, from earlier this year. So just from what I saw and then what I believe in, our secondary, that I know we could have tightened up a little bit.
You used the phrase that we heard coming in, too much room. Would you have played tighter coverage on them?
Yeah, we just gave him a lot of access throws. As you could tell, a lot of it was really three step. He was getting it out fast, so they're really rhythm throws for him. So really just getting the ball out of his hands, and then if not, there was probably like 2 15-yard catches downfield, and those were like match protect looks. So tight end chipping, Montez, and running back chipping also sometimes. So giving him some time back there, and then sometimes he escaped the B gap. So yeah, I feel like I said before, some of those, some of them maybe play man to man, and some of them may play a different type of zone.
Do you say that during the game? I know you've talked about having a robust dialogue with coaches during the game. Do you make those opinions known and say, "Hey, we can simply cover these guys. Let us cover them"?
Actually, this game, I really didn't. Going to halftime, coach talked to us and talked to the team and said he was going to stick with the plan. So and it was a 7-6 game right there. So they didn't really do too much. They start catching on more in the second half, and they made some great adjustments and things like that. So now I say in the first half when we went in, it was 7-6. We had a great stop. Tyreek had two great stops to keep the tight end in bounds and the receiver in bounds. So it was I didn't say too much at all. The plan was the plan the first half, and then they adjusted the second half.
How do you respond to? I mean, if you're one of those Packers receivers or a Packers fan, they kind of got the ultimate trump card on you, though. Like you didn't win the game, so do you think that not winning the game means that you shouldn't talk?
Uh, I mean, you could say everybody has an opinion. Just because you didn't win a game, that doesn't mean you just keep your mouth closed. Obviously, they got the edge because they won, but at the end of the day, if I don't have respect for something, or if I don't really deep down think that they might have receivers, or wherever that case might be, then that's what I'm gonna say. I mean, I'm allowed to say whatever I want, win or lose, but as long as I'm not cheering up and down saying we won or whatever, which the case we didn't. So yeah, I think you could say your own opinion. I could say that.
Okay. I wanted to just make it very clear because Aaron Jones was upset. He's a great player and he's been great against the Bears for a really long time. And he said that the rent was due, Jaquan. He said it was due.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say, I mean, for one of the receivers had 100 yards, and then the other one had 2 touchdowns. I really wouldn't say that's too much of a crazy game, for the receiving core and maybe for that receiver. But like I said, 215+ yards downfield throws. Everything else was quick access throws. And I could see if they were taking the top off, of our secondary, and we were playing, straight one-on-ones, all game. Then that would make sense. But playing zone and him, even Aaron Jones getting a couple yards just off a check down, just little things like that. You watch, the other tape. Jordan Love, he's trying the secondary, he's trying the safeties, he's trying the corners deep downfield. He's throwing shots downfield. You watch our game, he's not doing any of that. It's just, quick game, 3-step, throwing it to the field, throwing check down, escaping the pocket, things like that. So, I mean, it is what it is.
I think that it can make the rivalry a lot more fun to have some playful back and forth between you guys and the Packers. And now it's just a matter of you guys beating the Packers. So what do you think it's going to take to not just beat them, but elevate yourselves inside the division?
I feel like we were, going in the right direction, which we still are. So just being them, we just gotta, play our game. That's offense, defense, special teams, all as one. I feel like we weren't all as one on Sunday, and it showed. Those other games, defense getting takeaways, defense getting stops. We're getting off on third down. First and second down was going well for us. This game, first down didn't go well for us, and then we didn't get too many stops on third down. We got stops on third down, but we didn't get as many stops and turnovers like we wanted this game. Then also just playing with that energy, that passion. I feel like we didn't have defensive wise, and then I thought special teams played great. The punt and pin and certain punts that Trent gave us, things like that. But I just feel like we didn't play as one. Defense didn't get too many turnovers for the offense. I feel like as a defense, we could create a lot more turnovers on our side and do what we can. So just moving forward, just playing our game like we know it. And I feel like if we did, it would be a different result. And everybody, being healthy too.
What was it important for you to express in your exit interview?
What was important? I would say probably just stuff like little stuff like the schedule and things like that. Not too many. And then I would say like defensive wise, just like the way we detail like the turnovers and things like that. I know a lot of things happen in the beginning of the year, so Flus had to come to DC, but the detail and everything that happened towards the middle, and like if we had explained that a little bit more in the beginning, I think this would be a different team. But at the same time, a lot of guys were still out of the lineup and the chemistry wasn't the same. So I said the schedule planning, and then like the defense, like the way we detailed everything towards the middle and towards the end was completely different from the beginning.
I'm interested in the process of the interview. So you had a time slot. You go and it was in Matt Eberflus's office, and who else was in there?
Flus was in there.
Was it in his office?
Yeah, it was in his office. Yeah.
And was it just Eberflus, or was Ryan Poles in there as well?
He was in there as well.
So who asked the questions of you?
It kind of was. It was both. Both. They both asked questions, and yeah.
Did you feel comfortable saying what you needed to say to them?
Yeah, I felt comfortable. 1,000% comfortable feeling what I had to say to them yesterday and things like that. Got everything off my chest that I needed. And a lot of it was good. A lot of it was what we could do better and things like that. Then they gave me a lot of dialogue, and it was a great meeting.
Do they also offer you and say, hey, this is what we'd like for you to work on in the off season? Is that part of it?
Oh yeah, yeah. Some of it, it all depends though on the player and things like that. I just know from my conversation, one of the big things were a routine for like Thursday and Friday. Just make sure I'm not getting like soft tissue injuries or injuries late during the week, which I did this year for the first time. Just catching like growing injury, hamstring injuries, before the game and being a game time decision for like 4 games or 5 games this year. So just having a plan and routine for me to stay healthy and be able to be healthy going into the game.
So what's next for you? What's your routine as far as getting your mind body right now? How much do you try to relax, and when do you get back at it?
Yeah, I'm gonna relax for at least 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, and then just try to get my body back moving. Not anything crazy, just like walks, like little jogs, things like that. But just try to recover as much as possible, getting massages, going in a hot cold tub, getting in the sauna, things like that, and then give it football, a little break, and then start watching film again on myself, try to critique myself, good or bad, what I was thinking, here or there, what I could improve for my first 2 years, um, and just like that. So just try to see, how I can get better and move forward.
You gonna take a vacation? You gonna go somewhere fun?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to California for a little bit, and then I don't know where I'm gonna go on vacation, but I'm definitely gonna go to Cali, enjoy the weather, enjoy the vibes, and train out there. But then I don't know what I want to do yet for like anything else.
What's on your list? Like, is there like a bunch of places where you're thinking, like, you're gonna go get a beach house in Costa Rica, or are you gonna go travel to Italy? Like, what's on Jaquan Brisker's list of vacation wants?
uh, Really, the DBs, we were trying to plan an off-season trip, so I'm waiting on them. But for me personally, I might want to try like Puerto Rico or something like that. But I just hate, not that that flight will be long because it would be short. But anything else after that, I do not
So
like
so
long
so like a
flights.
6 hour flight, you're not doing.
Six, no, after six, I'm
Not
not
even
doing.
first class?
It will all depends, but after six, it's tough. I never tried it. I did six before, but I never tried anything else after that.
Oh, international first class, though. Like, you almost don't want to get off the plane if you're doing it right. They're waiting
Yeah.
on you hand and foot. They're bringing you exotic drinks and hot towels and wine lists. That's if look, you're a high roller now. You should be in that first
Well,
cabin.
well, well. Hold on. Let's make sure that we are offering to Jaquan financial like smarts, because how many times have we seen players who are high rollers lose their money?
I'm
Listen,
not telling him to buy a solid gold house.
I'm just saying. I'm
Was he
just
MC
Yo,
Hammer
you
all of a
guys,
sudden?
look, you guys don't have to worry about me doing too much. I'm not too fancy. I'm really boring.
Well, look. You're talking to two guys who are also very boring, Jaquan. All I'm saying is, I agree with Dan. I do think that you should treat yourself. I do think that you should pick a place that you want to go, that you want to explore, and you should fly first class. Like, maybe not the PJ, unless you got a friend that is going to let you just have the PJ. But
Yeah.
it is a different experience, and it's hard experience to let go of. Like, once you do it, and you've been flying on charters, and then all of a sudden you fly first class, and you're like, this is nice. I need to do this more often. Then you look at your bank account and you go, I shouldn't be doing that more often.
Yeah.
What's up with Southwest?
Yeah, you don't gotta worry about me doing all that. I'm super boring, so
All right. Well, here's to as uneventful and off-season as you care to have, and we really appreciate your availability, your punctuality, your professionalism,
Your
and
honesty.
your honesty and your candor all year, and there has not been a straight question. It hasn't gotten a straight answer, and you seem like a really nice young man, and we appreciate you being a part of our show.
And Jaquan, if you're downtown during the off season, come through. We'd love to have you in studio to come hang out during the off season.
Oh, definitely. I could definitely stop down there.
All right.
For sure.
Yeah, we'll set that up. We'll do like a whole thing. We'll put you in our like fancy studio and everything.
We'll bring food in. Yeah.
What type of food?
What do you want?
Whatever you want, we will make sure that we have.
I need to know what's the best pizza in Chicago. That's what I want to have there. The best pizza.
We can throw a couple of our choices out.
Mm-hmm.
You can. What if we did like a taste test?
I know what I'll.
Oh yeah.
I know what I would pick too, and we can like have a couple of different pizzas here, and Jaquan can say, "I like this, I don't like this, or I like this and I like this."
Yeah, we got friends in all these places. So
yeah, we know some people. Strangely enough.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely could do that for sure.
All right, well, good.
Sure.
Well, good. We will make, if you don't take a first class flight, we will make sure that you have a first class time when you come and hang out with us.
And by the way, our operations director, he's
our Ryan Poles just walked into the studio, and he's saying what?
That we're gonna
send a car.
We're gonna send a car for Jaquan, and we're gonna have pizza for him.
Okay, I like that. I like that idea.
There it is.
Now we're talking, sir. Have an excellent off season.
I just want to say I thank you guys. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate the fans, the Bears fans, for all the ups and downs, for being behind us, even from the beginning, even last year, 3-14. You know, they were at every home and away game. You know, I appreciate them. And I appreciate them this year also. You know, we were 0-4, but we gained some momentum. Ended up not being, where we wanted, but I thank you guys for everything, for believing in us, and next year we're heading to the right direction, and you guys going to see what we are really going to do. So I appreciate everyone, and just patience, but we're heading in the right direction. So thank you, Bear fans. Thank you guys for having me.